Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, hopefully your favorite Darktide YouTuber, and today I'm going to teach you about the Eviscerator Zealot. The Eviscerator Zealot is one of the most misunderstood types of Zealots because there is this misunderstanding that they have trouble dealing with armor. However, if you're using my build, the link of which is in the description of the video, as always, you should actually be able to handle armored targets with ease, okay? The Eviscerator Zealot's strength is their ability to swim through hordes and basically deal with a variety of targets using a variety of tools that they have at their disposal. You've got your Eviscerator for hordes, combat shotgun, which deals with distant targets and bulwarks, especially by using the Dragonfire shell. And last but not least, you have your throwing knives, which act in place of the revolver to snipe targets in the head, or they're just useful as an emergency throw to help you out in situations where you need to get that bomber, that sniper, etc. Okay, so if used correctly, now this build is, like I said, is the same one that you'll see on my channel, but if used correctly, you can do very well even with total randoms. Let's go into a random quick play mission right now, and I will walk you through how I play the Eviscerator Zealot, and I'll show you how you can do the same thing. Okay, so camera vanish. Now you can just focus on the sound of my voice, and I will try and walk you through every single action that I take at every possible moment. Okay, high intensity shock trooper gauntlet in throne side. Let's take a look at this. Is that guy really named Jimin? Wow. Poor Jimin's an Ogren now. For those of you that don't know, Jimin is a member of BTS, the Korean boy band. So I'm very familiar because my bestie Kaz absolutely loves BTS.
Don't ask me why. I've learned that certain questions only bring trouble around here.
I have to say though, sadly, despite my Asian heritage, I don't think I'll ever be able to compete with a boy band. Maybe someday. Somehow. I'll make it alright, but not right now. Okay, so first things first, you're in the game, you go. Now the Eviscerator is generally a slow weapon, so if you're moving with that out, you may not move very fast. However, because mine has a roughly decent overall mobility statistic, I move okay. But realistically, if you're using like something like the revolver, you move faster with the revolver. Okay. Now, against bulwarks, this person's actually doing the right thing. Against a bulwark, you want to use your fire shells. Why? Because they penetrate straight through the bulwark shield and deal with it. There you go. If you've got a horde, just swing your sword. They'll die. Other than that, you can rev up and strike down maulers. Your push attack can also be used in a pinch to eliminate a single target. Like if you kind of did horribly like me right there and you missed out, yeah. Sometimes you will miss, but that's okay. Oh dear. Oh, I thought these guys were zealots. Okay. Guess they just like using the Dragonfire shells on their veterans. That's okay. Not an ideal build, but since when is anything ever ideal in quick play, right? Okay, mixed horde, just deal with it. Use your abilities freely, okay? Don't be shy of using your abilities, but by that same token, okay, you've got to be in melee combat, because the only way you're going to regenerate any of your abilities is if you deal critical hits. Against an armored target, I always use my Fury of the Faithful to deal with them. Of course. You'll notice I'm using my Fury of the Faithful consistently to deal with this big horde. Now, this is a mixed horde, so I'm not really killing off the mauler. Alright. Oh dear. Where's the Ogren? Oh, that's why Dragonfire isn't going to help you much as a veteran. Please have Horde clear, okay? If you get swarmed and die, there's nothing that anybody can do for you. Now here, you'll notice that because... Oh dear. Okay, I see a bulwark. I double burn it. Okay, so Horde, I just use my light attacks. Plain and simple. Occasionally, if there's one tough Horde target, I may... Alright, I may use my push attack. But you don't really need it. Or rather, you shouldn't. Be sure to kill off specials and elites, although that is the veteran's job. If your veterans aren't good, you will have no choice but to do it yourself. So just do it. Don't worry too much about it. Better that you control the situation than anyone else, yeah? Take healing as needed. And this veteran is out of position. He really shouldn't be in the back like that, but that's okay. We will do the best we can. Like I mentioned, a good build should be able to cover for most teammates' mistakes, even if they're having issues and problems. So usually once I assess somebody as being not as good, I will usually try and cover for their shortfalls, whatever they are. Now we have a boss coming up, so what do? Well, back up. Against a Chaos Spawn, your best weapon is going to be your Eviscerator's Heavy Rev attack. But... Oh dear. Now, there will be situations like this, right, where I will just, especially if there's a boss within a mixed horde, what I'll do is I'll just take advantage of the whole, okay, combat res completed. There we go, it's done. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now that the Chaos Spawn has been dealt with, we need to get down to the Ogren. So how are we gonna do that? Ooh, med pack. See, Rebirth Charge. Okay, one heavy rev attack is good enough. So, grab the Ogren. There you go. Take my stim. Now your strike down tech takes a little while to charge, but that's okay. That's normal and a part of the process. So Oh dear. Okay. That was actually very good of him. Thank you very much. Now that they brought in all these rages, that's good. This is where your Zealot excels. You should be using your light attacks to stop them. Okay. Remember, hordes are your specialty and they also charge up your abilities, so you want to use the hordes for your benefit as much as possible. Use your Fury of the Faithful as a movement tech as much as you possibly can, because it's one of the safest movement techs you have. It doesn't grant you invulnerability, but it's pretty useful for moving quickly. Okay, we'll have to abandon the healing station there because of the demon host, but there we go. Use your knives like that, like I just did there, if you want to take out a sniper fast. Okay, it's an efficient way of killing. Usually. Oh dear. Okay, there's a bomber up there. Technically, the veteran should handle, but the situation being what it is. Oh, no, damn it. No choice, we'll have to move on. Always be aware of your surroundings as a zealot, alright, because you don't know when things will turn against you, so you have to be prepared. This person, did they just ask me to res while he tanks? Bro, don't die in the first place. Okay. What a lot of inexperienced players will often say is that, oh, get the res quickly. No, don't. Because first and foremost, you need to ensure that the situation is clear. So, as much as you can, it is best to ignore inexperienced players, especially those that do not watch streams or things like that. They may not know the ideal way to do things, so sometimes you don't have to listen to your teammates. Just assess the advice that they try and give you, alright? Especially if they're the ones that died, yeah, they don't really have a lot of, you know, grounds to say anything. Okay. Now what we have here is a situation where a flame barrel, but we're gonna use vaulting. Alright, remember that vaulting is important. It is one of the best things that you can do to get yourself out of trouble. Always find an interesting location to climb, move, or whatever else. Also, dodge dogs. Okay, so I use Fury of the Faithful to gap close where necessary. And notice that I'm always moving sideways, so I'm always dodging attacks that come my way even while fighting. It's important to do that because if you don't, you'll kind of end up like those guys. And you really don't want to end up dead. So dodge while moving, dodge while moving, dodge while moving. Auric Damnation is not for everybody because it is tough. But in general, you should be able to carry. Assuming you know your build well. Okay. Okay, slaying the dog. See that? Always be ready to dodge quickly. Because if you do that, you'll be alright. Yeah, they're playing around with that mutie. It'd be real nice if they actually killed the mutie, but sometimes I think veterans forget that they have a melee weapon. Please use your melee weapon as a veteran. As I've taught you guys in several videos, it's extremely important to use your melee weapon, especially to deal with muties. When muties are coming in, that's when your chainsword, your power sword, or your shovel should come out. And of course, you should be using one of the newer models, because they're just better at what they do. Now, I'm going to control the Horde here on the right-hand side while these guys handle the objective. Gonna back up as well. Now this distance is actually where I advocate the use of the flame rounds, because the flame rounds work even at a distance. The flame rounds also have excellent penetration, so they make for a great setup. You can sort of use your flame rounds as a bit of a target highlight. Then after you highlight the target with the flame rounds, you deal with it using other means. So that is one way of doing things. Oof. Okay, deal with the shotgunners. The Ogryn with the shield is really good because he managed to protect the veterans from death. And that enabled them to do the objective. So we're able to call the elevator. Okay. Yep, always watch the bursters that may come out of that door. Oop. Oh dear. Okay, that hound fell off the map. That was lovely. Okay. So in this, you know, quick gameplay demonstration, so far I can tell that the Ogryn is very experienced. The soldiers not so much, but that's okay. They could be new. Now, once again, what's going on is that these veterans are not sticking with the team. And because they're not sticking with the team, they end up dying in corners, things like that. Okay, unfortunate, but that's how it is. Damn, one I've missed. Oh dear. Darn. That was no good. I tried to get around, but unfortunately did not succeed. So, that's no good. I could potentially go down here, but that was my mistake, getting stuck on the thing. Come on. Let's go. Okay. Ooh, dear. It's okay. If he can res me. Of course. Thank you, Ogren. Appreciate you. I knew he'd get me. So I'm throwing my knives in between as well, even while I kill the hordes, because basically what I want to do is, like, when a rager comes in, I get a chance to really terminate him. If I line up the shot with his head, you know, I'll throw the knife right there, kill him, and then move on. So I hope that was a good demonstration of that technique. It's a little bit difficult, I understand, but okay, Jim and healed. It's fine with me. There's only one charge, so there wasn't many options. People should not be spamming that much ammo to deal with one target. Okay. There we go. I do not hesitate to chop my way through targets. So when you're dealing with armored targets like you just saw there, what I do is I rev, kill them, move on. And you just keep revving, killing, revving, killing. You've got to, regardless of how good or bad your team is, you've got to trust your team. Okay? Even if their skills aren't that great, one thing which you must do is trust your team, no matter what, because you got no choice. Alright? You have to fulfill your role. Make sure you're always fulfilling your role perfectly. That way, if there are any mistakes made, it's your fault. Okay, this is for those guys. Okay, alright. Okay, clear, clear, clear. Let's move. Okay, I'm gonna travel over. Okay, all clear. Everything's good. We're all right.
Data inbound. Continue. Defend.
Now these close ranges are where your shotgun will excel at, so try to find areas where you can draw enemies into the fight. Got it. Okay.
Process failure. Reapply. This time pay more attention.
Okay. All right.
All systems green. Uplink resumed.
Yes! Come! I don't eat any bait! Indeed! Dropper comes!
Now at this distance, this is actually one of the areas where you can sort of live out your fantasies, John Wick 4. Alright, most fights are relatively close range, and the distant fights are ones where you can actually make use of the ability of your shotgun to burn out most enemies. So this is the one time where you've got that advantage, I guess you could say. If you find yourself in need, make sure you go to the medipack. Got him. Okay, moving to point. Now use your charge to not only get the 50% toughness damage reduction from your first critical proc, but basically to close gaps, give yourself an advantage, move forward where necessary. All that is good. And once again, use your flame shots here because now is the time. This is where they will come in very handy. If you're separated by fire, that's okay.
Interrogation approaching completion.
Reviving him. Okay.
Interrogator status inoperative. Remedy reboot.
Sniper! Tis slain! Bounty on a bloody roll! Scout gunner! Indeed! And the god emperor's name!
Yeah. Okay. So as you'll see, I use my Fury of the Faithful very, very frequently because I know that I'm gonna get it back really easily. And more importantly, it is important to just ensure that you are consistently keeping your toughness up, closing gaps, things like that. All the good stuff that generally would help you. Alright. Okay, managed to preserve them long enough. Looks like we made it. As you can see, I always rev, although it takes like a second to show you guys. Yeah, it's just a quick rev and then chop down. Alright, there you go, GG. Mission completed. Okay, all good. I complimented the Ogre in there because they were really good. All right, closing thoughts. So although we had 2 veterans with shotguns there, which normally would be a pretty bad situation in Auric Damnation, you can see that we were still able to cover for them no matter how many times they went down or got caught or trapped. The Eviscerator Zealot has a lot of tools at their disposal. Now that Ogre also did fantastically well. They never went down. They kept it, well, they did die once, but that's because they got blown off the map. They kept the team up. They assisted using their taunt, and they were always there and ready to tank, which was really fantastic to see. Overall, what you have to understand is that your role as the Eviscerator Zealot is to be brave. Not stupidly brave, but brave. You have to be able to charge the enemy with confidence. Do you see all the times that I charge the crushers and smack them down and stuff like that? You really got to get used to that one shot. So you charge in with your Fury of the Faithful, you rev, and you cut through straight to the armor. It will one-shot them in Damnation, no problem on that. As long as your Shredder stat is high enough, by the way. Your Shredder stat is what affects the rev, so make sure your Shredder stat is high. I did go through that in the build video anyway. But after you do all that, take note that in some situations, although there were armored targets, I did not shred them. That's because I usually use my shreds for the Crusher. Most of the time, if there's Maulers in a mixed horde, I'm more focused on clearing the horde while whittling the Mauler down because their body is flak armored. So because their body is flak armored, your light swings are enough. Now, they won't instantly die, but if you dodge dance around them, like you saw me constantly dodging in the fight, you should be able to handle them. Your knives are your panic weapon. Don't spam them, but use them tactically. You see an opportunity for a headshot, just throw it. Kill the squishy target. You're going to get them back anyway every time you kill an elite or specialist in melee, which you'll be doing fairly often. Okay, do not hesitate to charge that special, kill it, get into the enemy line, and start going ham, because you're going to get your charges back for Fury of the Faithful in a snap. Every crit is going to reduce the amount that you have to go with, which is really good, Okay, and lastly, your shotgun. Load up those flame shots for very distant targets. Use them against bulwarks. You saw that right at the start of the game where the fire shots were really excellent against bulwarks. They will burn right through. Okay, so, and of course they've got great penetration. They go straight through the shield. It is beautiful. Use it often. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a bit longer, but this was an in-depth demonstration, so I just hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys had a good time. I will see you guys on the next one, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I'm very tired today, but thank you to all of our channel members who keep everything running in this place. I'm gonna go pass out now because I'm functioning on 2 hours sleep. But thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.